Hi there, this is Karen from Soul Shimmer Designs, and today I wanted to show you how I added this gorgeous tech wrap vinyl to these double-walled coffee glasses. I was lucky enough to receive a big box of goodies from TeckWrap, and inside were a pair of tweezers, a weeding pen, which is super sharp and perfect for your vinyl decals, and nice to hold, and of course I loved the pink glitter on this one. Last but not least, there is a squidgy, which is always handy, and everything came in this gorgeous hollow pouch. There were a set of instructions which showed you the best settings for your particular machine. I have a Cameo 4 and a 12x12 standard tack mat, and a pack of vinyl sheets of 20 different colours and gorgeous colours, and these ones you need to remember to take off the cover sheet, and once you take that cover sheet off, the colours are even more beautiful. The rest of the box was filled to the brim with vinyl, this candy rainbow stripes, apricot, sweet pink, brilliant purple, candy hollow cloud, one of my favourites, baby blue, millennial pink, ultra pink, and livable green. So after all that excitement, I started with my decals and used this gorgeous like fuchsia pink. This is the transfer sheet that comes off those vinyl sheets, and I'm just putting it on my mat. This is a standard tack, but it was super sticky, and you can use your squidgy to get out any air bubbles. Then I used a lighter green as well, and it easily comes off your mat. I'm cutting out now my decals and starting the weeding process. This is the decal for the first glass, just one more chapter. You can see there how smoothly the vinyl pulls away from the backing sheet and how well the weeding pen gets those smaller bits out. This was a really good example of how well the weeding pen works with these tiny details in these flowers, in the petals. It just makes life a whole lot easier when you've got a good quality vinyl and good utensils to use. I had only ever used the metallic vinyls from TeckWrap, so this is my first time using these glossy matte styles, and it was so nice to work with, so smooth. You can really tell a difference between different vinyl qualities and how well they pull away from the backing paper. That's all the weeding done, and now I'm getting ready to put the main decal onto the glass using my transfer paper, using the squeegee to pop it down a bit to make sure it's nice and flat. And I have my leaves, get those ready and lay those over the flowers. Then I clean my cup with some alcohol just quickly to get rid of any fingerprints, and added my main decal. Always use your squidgy to squash it down a little bit, make sure it's nice and flat, it doesn't pull away. And as an extra precaution, I use the back of the transfer tape and just squash down the decal again. Now I'm adding my book onto the other side in the dark green, taking off the transfer, and now I'm adding on my flowers and leaves. And I just cut through, because there is quite a gradient or a warp on these cups, just cut through the sides of the transfer tape, and that helps it sit better. press down quite hard with the squidgy, and then you can release the transfer tape and you can see it comes off in pieces. And then for the rest of the flowers, I just added them randomly over the rest of the glass using a smaller bit of transfer tape. And when I was happy with how the flowers were looking, I then added on the leaves, and the tweezers were perfect for this. So that's the leaves all done, and then I just go over once more with my squidgy and the back of the transfer tape just to make sure everything's sitting flat, and this is the final product. For the second cup, I use this stunning purple vinyl for my leopard print, and then a metallic TeckWrap vinyl for the decal, and I thought this suited really well. It had a bit of leopard print on there, and the saying was energy to face the day. Just getting the smaller pieces from this main decal with the weeding pen. I'm all done, and now it's time to pop it onto the glass. I've used my transfer tape and the squidgy, flattening it down and cutting in a few spaces to try and again get as much as we can onto the glass with the warp that it has. These can be super tricky, and I'm just making sure that everything is as flat as it can be. There were some spaces that weren't quite sitting properly, but I can go back and fix those up after. I'm really going over this vinyl a few times to make sure I can get down as flat as possible. Then taking off the transfer tape, and there were pieces of the border that needed fixing, but I grabbed my trusty tweezers and could fix them up and put them back into the shape that they should have been. Next up was adding these purple leopard prints, and I did this in sections. It was just a bit difficult to try with the gradient on this cup to do it as a full wrap. And I actually prefer to do this. I get more control, especially with leopard print. You can get the placement where you want, particularly at the tops and bottoms. So I'm just going around and filling in all those spaces that are left, and almost done. I'm happy with the placement of the leopard print now, and I just go over with my backing sheet from the transfer tape, and this is the end product. I think it looks super cute. So thank you very much for watching my tutorial, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.